Now, there's a friend who has just approached me, and he came with good news. Now, as I was in town, he called me, wanted to meet me. So we discussed. Now, there's another friend who deals with the tenders, and he has been promised a tender in one of the counties in Western Kenya. He's sure of getting that tender. So the friend has got 4 million and he doesn't have 1 million. He lacks 1 million. So he's looking for that 1 million and he wants to supply items so that he can be paid in the next 3 months. Now, this friend of mine here wants an opinion. He has been told to look for 1 million and go top up so that they can get that tender. Now I wanted to get my opinion. This is the first time he's applying for the tender. And the friend is convincing him that I must be paid. Now, when he told me that story, I laughed. And he wondered why I was laughing. Now, in Kenya, don't apply for a tender if you're not the one who is going to award the tender. If the one who is going to award the tender and do the payment is not your brother or your spouse, if it's just another stranger, then it is very, very difficult for you to be paid. So I told my friend, if you want to lose your 1 million, just go and take a loan and give the man. I can assure you, you'll never get that money. This one has happened to me several times. I'm talking from experience. If you don't want to die out of stress, avoid anything to do with tenders, especially county tenders. So my advice to him was to look for a good business to do with that 1 million instead of losing the money akiona. Instead of giving that 1 million, he can even invest in money market fund and get that 10% interest. You can even put that money in fixed deposit account. So I told him, my opinion is not, even if it's your friend who is asking for that money, even if you trust him so much, don't give him that cash. Tell him you don't have money. You know, he was telling me that he has been promised if he gives 1 million, he will get 800,000 extra once the payment is done. That is a language which most people use. Even that friend of him, you might find is not genuine one. So anything to do with tender in Kenya, just go around, move around, and ask how many people have died due to pressure because they have never been paid. They have supplied items to counties and the counties have not paid them. And at this time, you know, most counties, the governors and all those ones serving the counties, they have served for 3 years. The time remaining for them is very small. I can assure you, you'll supply the items and the next administration may not pay you, even this administration. And the thing that you should know about those tenders, even if you are paid, you divide that profit by half. Those giving you the tender will eat something. They can even take 3/4 of that profit you're going to make. So my observation is that in Kenya, if you have never done anything to do with tenders, especially government tenders, it is good to avoid them, because even now the government has got billions of pending bills. People did roads, supplied items even 5 years ago, 7 years ago, 15 years ago, and they have never been paid. Move around the counties, all the counties in Kenya have got pending bills. There are people supplied items, they were not paid. So anything to do with tender, unless you are doing with something like a private institution, like hospitals. Hospitals pay very well. Like schools pay. Like industries, they pay. But if you are dealing with the government and county governments, be very, very careful.